Democracy. It was first introduced by Athenians in Greece during 5th century BCE. Cleisthenes, a political figure of Athens, born in 570 BCE, known as the father of Athenian democracy. Out of all countries in the world, 123 countries are democratic countries. Modern democratic governments are classified into two types of government systems. First one is parliamentary and second one is the presidential system. India is one of the biggest democratic nations in the world and it follows parliamentary system. So hi guys, this is Prateek and you are watching Eclectic. So first question arises, why parliamentary? Why not presidential? The answer is diversity. India is known for its social and cultural diversity. There are approximately 3000 castes and 9 recognized religions in India. Then there are different languages. Even formation of states in India after independence took place based on languages. Many states of India even have their own official languages. So for dividing the power of decision making or law making in such diverse nation can only be achieved by parliamentary system, which is also known as the Westminster system, which is developed in United Kingdom. In parliamentary system, executive is always responsible to the legislature. Executive in simple word means a person or a body who implements or executes a plan. A person who take action. In government, they have responsibility of governance and implementing laws. Prime Minister and his cabinet ministers are executives, and civil servants play an important role in implementing executives' decisions. Legislature means the assembly, in simple words parliament, who makes law. Indian legislature has two legislative bodies, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Legislative bodies like Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha pass or make laws and Prime Minister and his cabinet implement those laws. They take action. So that is the meaning of executive. Prime Minister plus cabinet of ministers. They are responsible for the legislature. You can notice in the parliamentary sessions, members of parliament question Prime Minister regarding his policy and governance.
You must answer in this house whether the cabinet committee for security took this decision or not. The Prime Minister must also explain why this contract was taken away from HAL and the youngsters.
And he has to answer all those questions because he is responsible to legislature. All members of parliament are part of the legislature. President of India, on the other hand, is nominal executive. President has to take advice from Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. There are three parts of Indian Parliament: Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and the President. So let us start with Lok Sabha. Let us break the explanation down to three main points. First one, election. Second one, structure. Third one, working. Let us start with first point, election. Lok Sabha is also known as the House of the People because people of India directly elect Lok Sabha members. Election system used in their election is first past the post system, but it is merely a voting method in which voters choose the candidate of their choice by voting. Member of Lok Sabha must be above 25 years of age. Lok Sabha member has the fixed term of 5 years. Now the structure. Article 81 of the Indian Constitution deals with the structure of Lok Sabha. The maximum number of seats allotted by the Constitution to Lok Sabha is 552. Currently there are 545 members of Lok Sabha in India. 543 are the elected through elections from Indian states and union territories. And the President of India appoints 2 people on the remaining 2 seats. There are specific numbers of seats allocated to each state and union territory based on only one factor, and that is population. The larger the population of state, more the number of seats are allocated to that state. That is the reason Uttar Pradesh has more number of seats in Lok Sabha because it is the largest Indian state by population. Now working. After the general election, these Lok Sabha members elect one person from Lok Sabha as their speaker, and to help speaker they elect 2 other people as deputy speakers. Speaker maintains discipline during the sessions of Lok Sabha. Indian Prime Minister is the head of Lok Sabha and Lok Sabha has the term of 5 years. However, it can be dissolved before 5 years under some circumstances. Only President can dissolve the Lok Sabha on the advice of Prime Minister. For example, in the year 2004, APJ Abdul Kalam dissolved the Lok Sabha on the advice of that time's Prime Minister of India, Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Now let's go up to the upper house, Rajya Sabha. Elections. Members of State Legislative Assembly elect the Lok Sabha members. So yes, it means Rajya Sabha members are not directly elected by voters or public, but instead they are directly elected by the representatives sent by people to the State Legislative Assembly, which is also called Vidhan Sabha. The President of India nominates 12 people in Rajya Sabha. Structure. The maximum number of seats allocated by the constitution to Rajya Sabha is 250. Currently, there are 245 members in Rajya Sabha. Out of 245, 233 members are chosen by State Legislative Assembly. President of India appoints remaining 12 members. He appoints these 12 members on the basis of their special knowledge or their contribution in fields like art, literature, social work, or sports. In Indian politics, people and politicians also call it a backdoor entry. Mr. Subramanian Swamy is an excellent example of this appointment by President. He is nominated as a person of excellence in economics and academics. Indian President once appointed cricketer Sachin Tendulkar, where Sachin served as a member of parliament for 6 years. Working. Vice President of India is the chairperson of Rajya Sabha, whereas Lok Sabha members elect deputy chairperson from themselves. Rajya Sabha member has the term of 6 years, and his or her age must be above 30 years. Rajya Sabha is known as the permanent house of the parliament because it cannot be dissolved completely. In every 2 years, one-third members get retired, means one-third members of Rajya Sabha face re-election every 2 years. Now let me tell you one funny incident. In 1952, the first Rajya Sabha session was held. Now 2 years after that, there was a serious question, how do we decide who is going to retire? So for first couple of times, it was decided by the lottery system. Now the third factor or part of Indian parliamentary system is President. President of India is a component of Parliament under Article 60 and Article 111. Members of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha elect the President of India. He serves for the term of 5 years. President's responsibility is to examine the laws and bills passed by the Parliament. Do you know how the decisions are made in the Parliament of India or how the bills are passed in the Indian Parliament? Watch our 3 minutes episode if you want to know how the bills are passed and decisions are made in the Parliament of India. We have also explained the various types of bills in that video. Click on your right side if you want to watch that video. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel and press that notification bell to get notified.